Okay, so spiritual attack. How do you know that it's coming in and what do you do about it? I think it's important to first start with just energy in general and understanding how powerful it is, how powerful we are, right? The definition of spiritual attack is broad. Spiritual interferences can come through just the evil eye. Somebody's having bad thoughts about you because you're very, very empathic. You're actually picking up on it and you can feel energetically different, right? You can feel energetically something's off. Something is off here, right? Spiritual attack can come through foods, right? Things that you eat, things that are charged negatively that can bring you down. Spiritual attack can come through, there's also spiritual interference that isn't necessarily attack, right? Some people can't eat meat because they can feel, the cow went through the whole, death process and trauma. That's still an energetic transfer that you're going to be able to feel, and it's going to feel off and weird and down, right? Spiritual attack can come from AI. Spiritual attack can come from people who practice spiritual attack. Whatever you want to call them. I want to stay away from labels. Spiritual attack can come from entities. There's good people and there's people who do not good things. There's good entities, angels, beings, star beings, and then there's entities, angels, star beings that don't have your best interest in mind, right? So that's sort of an overview of energies, how they can be given and transferred, and so on and so forth. Again, if you're super sensitive, you're going to be able to pick up on these things a lot easier. You just feel it. Now, how do you tell if there's a spiritual attack? How do you tell? You pretty much tell by the way you feel, right? Let's start with the dream space. If you're constantly having bad dreams, or if you're feeling like you have a bad dream right before you wake up, and you wake up with this heavy energy, like you're just off. You went to bed on top of the world. You went to bed, you were all motivated, you're ready to do this, you're ready to do that. You go to sleep and then you wake up and now like everything's flipped upside down and you don't know why, but you are not in the same place you were before. That's definitely a telltale sign. Dream space is often targeted. And I'll show you how to seal up your dream space, or how I do at least. Another way, say you're having a pretty good day and all of a sudden you just start feeling off, or you start feeling off and you don't really know why, because it doesn't match with anything that you are is logical. Like, I should be actually overjoyed right now. I should be happy and celebrating right now. I just feel off. That's a sign. There's such thing as like fatigue spells, things like that, where you just feel like you are lethargic. You cannot get yourself to get up or move. It feels like, okay, I've got to go brush my teeth, and it feels like I've got to like run through the wind. That's like, you know what I mean? Like, I just need to brush my freaking teeth. You know what I mean? Like, fatigue spells to try to get you to where every task is hard. Anything and everything is possible. So anything and everything can be sent. That being said, you are more powerful than it. Because the light is energetically sovereign, meaning because it is energetically balanced, we're just going into like the physics and the science of it. Because positivity, love, light, good intention is energetically balanced, it's stronger, right? Something that's built on 4 strong pillars is going to be stronger and more powerful than something that is just, not built on good intention. It can easily be knocked over. This is why fear is pumped in to things so much because you're powerful. So if somebody or something can get you to fear, then you're going against yourself, right? So remember, you are more powerful. Processed food. If you eat a lot of processed food, you're going to feel off, right? You just feel off. Or if you are, doing a lot of drugs and alcohol, it's going to knock you off. All of that is energetic interference. It comes in different ways. Just the substance in itself, or just the energy of addiction or obsession, right? In the twin flame journey, people who are more like in it and obsessed are going to have more spiritual attack because they're leaving an opening in their auric field, right? For that thing to get through. So it's a vast gamut of how it can get through. And how you know it is. You just feel off. Like sometimes there's this one I call the Dementor energy, where it just feels like you were doing fine, and then all of a sudden it just feels like somebody came and like put poo on everything, or like everything just seems dark. Like you can't connect with the light, like a capping you. You can't connect with the light. Like no matter what you do, usually you can. Usually you're like, dude, I'm pretty optimistic. Like you cannot connect with the light. Everything just seems dark. No hope. Everything just seems dark. So that's just sort of a couple of things that are coming to mind. Now, how do we transmute this? Knowing we are more powerful, right? Just the fact that they have to use fear in order to get us to work against ourselves is proof that we're more powerful. A lot of the times when I get an energetic attack, I will actually see visions. I have a totem for it, and I'll see my totem for it. I'll know, oh, right? Or I'll see like images of like scary things, you know what I mean? But after a while, I learned that if it was really that powerful, they wouldn't have to try to give me, you know what I mean? Show themselves to me to make me scared. And after a while, I sort of, it didn't scare me anymore. I was just like, oh, thank you for showing me that you really don't have that much power, right? But sealing up your dream space. Your belief is powerful. For me, all it takes is, dear God, Archangel Michael, and Yeshua, please protect my dream space throughout all direction, all dimension, all space and time, past, present, and future, and so it is. I say that before I go to sleep, and usually I'm fine. Every once in a while, it'll get in, but very rarely. You can, if you're going through intense attack, you can scan your field. Close your eyes, scan your field. Where do you sense something? If you sense something, what I do is I do like a little like stun sting, where I'll like sting it to where it like is falls asleep or limp. Then I'll take it outside my field. I imagine myself in a bubble. I'll take it outside the field, and then I'll see it out there, and then I'll see the angels come in and take it away. Use your imagination. If it works for you, it works in the ether. Right? If you can go up to that thing and you can stun it and you imagine it going limp, then you've done it. Take it out. You know what I mean? You can go and you can envision, if you feel something around your neck, you can just envision yourself taking it off, placing it out, and feel how light you feel. The more you practice, the more you believe it, the more it works, right? There's also, I think I'm gonna have to go to a part 2 because I'm already out of time here. I'm going to go into the Book of Light and how to use the Book of Law to counteract any spells or anything like that next.